Okay. So now, what we'll be doing, we'll be taking up not-for-profit making organization, right? It's a compulsory question, right? Every term you get one question from NPO, right? So not-for-profit organization, right? Now, unlike profit-making organizations, there is no shareholder concept here, right? There is no such owner. Basically, it's a non-profit making organization, those who are serving to the society, right, for a cause. Like some organizations are for providing medical relief, some organizations are for providing education, some organization preserves monuments, forests, right? So basically, the objective is not to earn profit. The objective is to serve society, right? So in profit making organization, whatever activity you do the activity with a motive of earning profit. But in not-for-profit making organization, whatever activity you are doing, that is for the society, right? You want to give some benefits to the society, right? Like you want to give fooding, you want to give shelter, you want to give education, you want to give medical relief, right, to the society. Now, since we know the profit making organization final account is important, because there are so many interested persons in knowing the performance of the business. Like we prepare profit and loss account, right? If I talk about profit organizations, we prepare profit and loss account where we ascertain net profit, and then we prepare balance sheet where we ascertain the financial position. Similarly, if you have a look at the not-for-profit making organizations, its final account is also important, because the government would want to know that how much money you have raised from the public, right? Basically not public. This is run by a group of members, right? And every year they contribute something. They do some charity events. They get money from that also, right? Suppose if I want to, say for example, if I want to give medical relief to say 100 persons and I need more money, so I can call a good singer and I can tell him to do a concert, right? I can tell him to do a concert, so he can get whatever money is raised from that concert can be utilized for this purpose, right? So profit making organization is very clear. They work for the owners, right? Whatever you earn, this completely goes to owner, right? This profit completely goes to owner. But here there is no such owner, right? This not-for-profit making basically provides service oblique facility to society, right? They provide service oblique facility to society, right? Now, there is no such owner, group of members who run this entire activity, right? Now, donations also raised from public. Apart from the members, if members, they also contribute every year, right? Members, they contribute every year. In order to be the member of this particular not-for-profit making organizations, you have to contribute something or the other. That is mutually decided by all the members. Now they want to cater more number of persons, so they raise donation from public, right? वो लोग donation उठाते हैं, and they might get themselves engaged in some commercial activity. Now, when I talk about commercial activity, it has to be purely for profit. Now, whatever profit is generated from business activity is used for the purpose for which it is created. Right? Here, if they do any kind of, here the all activities are for commercial activity. Whatever is earned, owner takes home. Here, this is created to provide shelter, benefits to the society. It is run by group of members. Annually, they contribute something or the other. They also raise donation because they want to serve more person. Right? Like I also contribute to various NGOs, NPOs, right? Remember in my school days, there was one old age home, right? And our teachers gave us that form and we used to collect money, 5 rupee, 10 rupee, 20 rupees. And I collected roughly around 300 to 350 rupees. And that money which I raised from my neighbors, from my uncles, right? That I submitted to the school and the school gave it to the NGO. Got my point? So they often raise campaigns. They often do campaigns to raise funds. Some voluntarily contribute, right? In this pandemic, the COVID pandemic, right? And there was Prime Minister Relief Fund, right? There's so many welfare funds available. You can donate in those funds. Got my point? So basically, they are providing some kind of relief to the society. It is run by a group of person, right? Whatever activity you do, for that you need money. Paisa. Can I feed 100 of without money? No. We used to feed. We have recently stopped due to some administrational issues, right? We used to feed every day 50 persons in Kalighat temple. Every day. But the shopkeeper, someday he used to do, someday he was not doing it, because it was not possible for us every day to go to temple and see. So when you are not able to manage properly, so I stopped it. I was unable to manage that much well. So now we give donations to some of the not-for-profit organizations, right? We purchase some goods and we donate that in kind. Sometimes we give cash, right? So basically, the ideation has come from this group of members. Let's do this, right? But the money which they have is not sufficient if they want to cater on a bigger ground. So they need fund. For that, they do a lot of campaigns. They raise donations from public. They do commercial activity. They do some concerts. They might open some restaurant. And whatever profit is, whatever activity yet they are doing, right? Whatever activity, whatever profit is generated from that activity, they are going to use it for the purpose for which it is created. They cannot take it back to the home. Right? So now, this not-for-profit organization is also accountable. To whom? Firstly, suppose there are 200 group of members, right? The entire activity won't be managed by 200. There will be one secretary, there will be one treasurer. A group of 5-10 is managing the activity. The others have entrusted trust on them. So these 5-10 members are accountable. So as a result, final account of not-for-profit organization is also important. Further, government will see whatever donations you have raised from public, whether you have actually spent it or not. You might have done some fraudulent activity. Right? So a lot of things are there. So this NPO is also accountable. Right? So what we have to prepare? Final account of NPO. Number one, receipt and payment account like cash book, how much money you have collected and how much you have spent it. Then income and expenditure. Generally, whatever receipts you have, that is your income. Whatever payments you have done, that is your expenditure. But remember one thing, not all receipts will be your income. There might be a case that you have received donation for constructing a building. Now that whatever amount you have received, that is not for day-to-day activities. That is for building a hospital or building a school. So that can come in income and expenditure. There might be a case you have put some money in investment. Say for example, you gave me some funds and temporarily I don't have use of that fund. So what I did investment. And I've sold that investment when I actually needed it. So that same proceeds of investment is not my income. Right? So basically, when I talk about receipts, there will be revenue receipts. Like member subscription, small donations, like I have done some investments, so there will be some interest income. Because when my objective is long term, you gave me 5 crore to build a school building. Now that 5 crore which you have given me will be utilized over 3 to 4 years. So it is better to invest that money and whenever required, I will sell that and do the activity. So I might earn some interest, no? There will be member contribution every year, which is known as subscription. There will be small donations. There will be commercial activity. Every year you might do some commercial activity. There might be some restaurant bar which you have opened. Many not-for-profit making organizations, they have restaurant bar. Whatever profit they earn, they don't take it back home. They use it for the purpose for which it is created. If I open a restaurant or a bar, whatever profit I generate, I'll take it back home. Suppose if I'm not for profit organization. Suppose if we decide but we will give free education to underprivileged. For that, we will hire teachers. We will develop a school wherein free education will be provided. Shivaji the Boss. Have you seen that movie? It's very famous. If you see that movie now, you will understand. You will understand one more thing, how black is converted into white. So when you have revenue receipts, you will be having some capital receipts. When I talk about payments, you will be having some revenue expenditure and you will be having some capital expenditure, like you have constructed buildings and all. So I will take only revenue receipts. When I talk expenditure, I will take only revenue expenditure and depreciation of capital expenditure. So in receipt and payment, you will have everything. In receipt and payment, you will have all receivables. But when you talk about income and expenditure, only revenue receipts will be taken. Revenue expenditure will be taken. Right? Then is balance sheet. Here there is no capital. Here it is corpus fund. Here it is corpus fund. Here it is capital fund. Because whatever is the capital of this organization, it does not belong to any person. Like if I start a business, I will invest 2 lakh. Say for example. And the business has now grown into 2 crores. So when I liquidate the business, I will get back 2 crores. But here, it is with the organization. Right? Is it okay? So NPO is also accountable. NPO is accountable to its members. NPO is accountable to government. Because whatever money you have collected, you need to spend it. Otherwise, your entity will become taxable. The government will see whether you have utilized any of the proceeds for its members or not. Because it is not for your members. This is for public society, right? So now you can see September 2024, there was an NPO problem. Every term it comes, right? Let me just show you. यहाँ पे डाउनलोड हो जाएगा क्या? इसमें क्या मैं इसमें हाँ कहाँ है? हमने कहाँ से किया है ये व्हाट्सएप कर दो हमको, मेल कर दो. Just 1 minute, we'll get the PDF. Have you mailed? Which ID? जो है खुला हुआ उसी में. नहीं आया. AI फैकल्टी में क्या है ना. Now you need to note one thing. This is cash basis, right? And there is one concept called accrual basis. So when you prepare cash book, receipt and payment is nothing but it's cash book. AI फैकल्टी में देना है ना. हाँ okay. So receipt and payment is will be prepared under cash basis. But income and expenditure, profit and loss account, all this is prepared under accrual basis. So you know how to bring a cash basis to accrual basis. Like we had done final account. Yesterday we did. Rent was paid 1 month less. So we added outstanding. Salary was also outstanding. Some might be overpaid. Right? So this cash to accrual, we know how to convert this cash to accrual, and we will learn when we do the practical problems, right? चलो. So what in exam they will give you receipt and payment. You have to prepare income and expenditure. So this is cash basis, and income and expenditure means you have to prepare accrual basis, right? Now, what are types of inflow? It will be members' contribution. It will be donations. Yes or no? See, this is members' contribution. Members' contribution. This is donations. Now, I want to get added to your cause. So initially when I get added, I have to pay some more amount. That is entrance fee. Again, this is members' contribution. I tell some part of the funds might be invested. So I might get interest income. This NPO bank account in HDFC Bank. Banking with HDFC Bank. Now in savings account you get interest. So there might be interest received from bank. Right? There is some sale of old newspaper. Means scrap. You subscribe for newspaper. Right? When you sell it, you get 10 rupees a kilo. So that is also an inflow. Yes or no? This is commercial activity which you are doing. Drama ticket. This is your opening cash. Yes or no? This is your operating expenses. Because there are some operations related, like I have to maintain books of accounts, because it is accountable. We have to keep few staff, those who will manage this operation, right? So it is their salary. Operating expenses. Again, this is operating expenses. Some repair expenditure is there. You have purchased some furniture. So this is your capex, capital expenditure. Again, this miscellaneous expenses, operating expenses. This purchase of investment is an asset. This insurance premium is operating expenses. Might be some property insurance you might have done. This billiards table is an asset because you are going to use it for more than one accounting year. This is operating expenses, and this expenses is related to commercial activity. This is your closing cash. Now there are some adjustments given below, because this is what? Cash basis. You consider these adjustments and calculate accrual basis figure and then put in income and expenditure. Yes or no? Now this we are doing it for 2023. See, our year is 2023. So there is some subscription which is arrear for 23, means this is outstanding for this year. There are such subscriptions which you have received for next year. Premium is outstanding, miscellaneous is prepaid. You know what you need to make adjustments, right? 50% is small donation. 50% is capitalized. So 50% is income that I will use for my daily expenses, daily activity, and 50% is corpus. Entrance fee is revenue receipt. See, they have told you. Investment, I have to show 5 years approval. Billiard table is already there. Last year I purchased 20,000 and paid for it. So how much is outstanding for billiard table? 10,000. So this is what I have paid. So this is not an asset. This is old liability settled. Is it fine? Can you get the picture? Yes or no? That's it. It has come for 10 marks. Right? So now, how we are supposed to do it? This is September 2024. Right? This is 4B. So what is this question all about? Given receipt and payment account, we need to prepare income and expenditure account and balance sheet. Right? So basically this is Delhi Club. There are schools, right, which has been created by group of person for their own usage. Those are also non-profit organizations. Like each one of them will contribute membership and they will enjoy gym, swimming pool, restaurant, everything. Some clubs, जैसे like you have BCCI, Board of Control for Cricket in India. This is also not for profit making organizations. They are here to carry out sports profession, cricket sports profession. FIFA, football. Your Institute of Chartered Accountants of India to carry out accounts profession. ICAI to carry out compliance procedure. Secretarial practice. There's so many NPOs you can see around you. Right? It is not for any particular person. It is not to satisfy hunger of one person. It is for the society. There are a lot of organizations who do blood campaigns, blood donation campaigns. There are also NPOs. Right? So this is for Delhi Club. So first of all, we will prepare income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st December 23. Right? Donations. So it is income only to 50%. Only 50% is income. Right? Here I will take only revenue received, that too accrual adjusted. Subscription. $10,000. It needs to be adjusted, right? For this year, and 550 is for next year. What does accrual say? What and whatever is not of current year, I will not take. So this 1200 was of current year, I am taking it. What is 550 is for next year? This is pre-received. How much? 10,000? 650? Entrance fees is 1500. Interest on investment is 100. Add accrued part. Right? Now what is the investment value? 6,000, right? Is it fine? Just do 8% of that. $480 into 5 by 12. 200. right? So 8% interest has accrued on investment for 5 months. 200. How much you have received? You have received 100. So how much is accrued? 100. But during year, if this investment was there for last year, if this investment was there last year, then full year interest I will take. But this investment wasn't there for last year, current year. So 8% interest has accrued on investment for 5 months. So 5 months interest is 200. All 100 has been received. So more 100 we will accrue. Is it fine? Right? Bank interest is how much? Sales is full indirect income. Sale of old newspaper is indirect income. Scrap. Full is income because you haven't paid anything for it. Now with respect to drama ticket, you need to calculate profit, and that profit you will put directly because it's a commercial activity. So by profit from drama activity, this is note 1. Got my point? So note 1, profit from commercial activity. So that comes to 1250 is received minus 500. That comes to 750. Isn't fine? So I'll take here 750. Is it fine? Receipts has been considered. Most receipts are revenue receipt except donation. Right? Not talk about payment side. Salary payment. To salary 3000. To repairs 500. Furniture is capex. I will not take that. Miscellaneous expense. Investment is asset. I will not take that. Oh, miscellaneous you have adjustment, right? Okay. And you have what? Prepaid. So that will be subtracted, right? Prepaid means it is for next year. 90 is for next year, so we have 410. Investment is asset. Insurance is 300. Add outstanding 80. So we have 380. Billiards table I will not take because it's an asset. It has been paid for vendor, right? 10,000 was due, na? So that payment has been made. There is no new asset purchase. They like this. Actually, they should have written by vendor payment to billiards table. By vendor payment for billiards table. But they don't write that full line. They simply written billiards table 10,000 remains, and you can easily see 10,000 is outstanding, right? Paper, ink, etc. 250. Drawing expense is already taken separately, and then we have closing cash. That's it. So we have two surplus. We don't say profit, we say surplus. Right? Excess of income over expenditure. Right? So we have spent less than what we have collected. So government might make it taxable. How much is this? What is the total? Total. No. 17. And surplus? 12,710. Done? Now we will prepare balance sheet. The very first item is capital fund. That's the opening capital fund. So we don't have that. But we know dual aspect concept. We know opening assets. Few opening assets we know, like there is opening cash, opening bank, then there is billiard. table. Then there is creditor for billiard table. So we know few opening items. So with help of that, I can calculate that. So this is note number 2. So note number 2, calculation of opening capital fund. That is opening assets minus opening liabilities. So in short, we can prepare balance sheet as on 1st January 23. So I am preparing an opening balance sheet, right? Small opening balance sheet. Right? So we have cash 8,100. We have bank 15,000. Right? Then we have billiards table 30,000. We have creditors 10,000. Right? And there is no such opening assets and liabilities we know. There might be some old furniture also. There might be some old investments, but that we don't know. So we cannot put that. So this is balancing figure. How much? 43,100. Right? This is fine. Now, I have already got this. This is 43,100. Now I will add surplus because this goes to this capital fund. And there is donation also which is getting added to corpus. Right? My corpus will increase with my surplus because this surplus I will use later. I cannot take it back. Is it fine, everyone? Right? Like we do in profit-making organization, capital plus net profit less drawings. This was my opening corpus. Add more value to corpus. Add donation also to corpus. What is the value? 59,310. Now we will list all financing assets and liabilities, and you should not miss any. You need to find out. Like I'll tell you, first of all, you see opening. Billion and this cash and bank will be closing and this creditor will be no more with us because we have already paid for it. Is it fine? So let us quickly write these first. Billiards table will be there, 30,000. Cash and bank will be closing. Cash is 4,500. Bank is 11,050. Right? Now what else you purchased? You purchase furniture. That's an asset. You purchase investments. The capital expenditure during the year. This is 7,000. This is 6,000. Right? Now there are adjustments. Subscription in arrear means accrued subscription. This is receivable, not received. How much? 1,200. Received subscription is liability. Income outstanding is asset because this is receivable. And income received in advance is liability because you are going to provide service. Insurance premium outstanding. Outstanding insurance premium. Liability. Prepaid miscellaneous expenses. 90. Expense advance is asset. Accrued interest 100. I don't think there is anything left. Just check. Five. Okay. So you practice from institute study material and then we'll meet on Monday. Okay. Thank you so much.